Well guys, welcome back to the channel. We're excited to introduce to you our new shop. And we have been working on this shop, getting it ready to open over the last few weeks. First, let me say, we're prioritizing our workspace because that's our biggest restriction at our current shop. So we're adding on these 3 additional bays, a lot of extra space that we're gonna be able to get trucks in and out of the shop quickly. Now, I don't know if you can tell just from standing outside, the biggest restriction here at this property is the size of the lot. But we've only got this parking here and around the corner where our Burnout truck and Lexi's car is currently sitting, I think. So that's why we are keeping our old shop as well. You know, we do have plans to do certain services at specific shops. Both will be under Smith's Diesel Performance. But we've been working on the work side of the shop quite a bit, and we're gonna give you an inside quick peek at what we've gotten done so far. Had a lot of cleaning to do. Let me just start with that. This place has not been the best taken care of over the last, 15, 20 years, if you want to say that. This building was built in 1984, but it has not been very well taken care of. We'll just leave it at that. We got in here, we cleaned everything out. We went ahead and got the floors epoxy coated. We got the concrete ground and epoxy coated. We got the walls painted. We got the inside of the garage doors sprayed. We still have some touch-up work to do on that. We're gonna get new signage for here on the outside. We haven't painted the outside of the building yet, and we're going to get 2 nice new signs made for outside here. Currently we're hanging all new air reels, hanging new electric reels. We're gonna get our compressor in here, and then we're gonna have a big move day to move everything in and start operation out of this shop here. Once we get to the point where we're turning trucks in and out of this shop, then we're gonna start knocking out our office side. And of course, in our Smith's Diesel fashion, what other way to break in a new shop other than a nasty burnout in the shop? Make sure to stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching and thanks for the support.
No, look at me in here. Closing statements?
Good progress. David did all the work, and I really credit all the shop's,
success,
destruction and demolition to David and Jack. So everything that
you have
Jack's not here, but he's here in spirit.
Yeah, he leaves his mark everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
No matter how many times he rebuilds his truck with all brand new parts, they still leak something. That's just a proven fact. The last one, it leaked coolant, oil, and tranny fluid, and fuel. This one, he did better. It only leaks oil.
Yeah.
So he's making improvements.
Yep.
And just as a disclaimer, we don't allow Jack to fix customer trucks. All the ones he's working on in the shop are his.
Yeah.
And if,
Yeah. He's just there for comedic relief.
he's there as an assistant. There we go. Good way to break in the new shop.
Oh my God. crap!
Do them in the shop.
Holy crap! Well, at least we know the fire alarms don't work.
You don't have none.
Dude.
Gotta kick that out.
How much you want to bet the fire department gets called by one of your neighbors? Yep. Oh, dude. Oh, look, you got a sheriff.
Alright, so you're good.
Yep.
Nothing's up high.
No, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We might just leave the doors open.
Yep.
Go grab what we need.
Yep.
What did we need?
The forklift.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's such a small burnout. That was a lot of smoke.
I know. Holy crap. And it's still not cleared out. This one's for you, T-Fox.
Yeah, this one's for you, T-Fox.
Yep. Love you, T-Fox.
Love you.
Love you. We're testing the tune.
Yeah.
We're testing the truck.
Yeah.
Yep. Legally, because we can't do it out on the road.
Yeah.
So we're making sure that this truck that we built for shows that helps us get exposure,
Yep.
right? That's good for the shop, good for business, part of our business. We're just testing it out.
Yeah.
I mean, standard business practice.
Just to forewarn you.
Yep.
I'm a mechanic as a living, not a painter.
Right.
Alright? Just throwing that out
Yeah.
there.
What about albino Nate? Is he a painter or no?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Under that thick crust, he's still a mechanic. That doesn't
Alright.
Pay a painter.
Looks a lot better than it did.
Oh, it'll look great once it's done.
Yeah.
Whenever you have to dilute it down really far when
Yeah.
you run it through a sprayer, so you have to do new coat. I mean, look how good the doors look.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I wasn't gonna paint it, but then I accidentally sprayed one a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, that looks night and day difference compared
Yeah.
to that. So, but
That
once
is so much better.
once it hits a second coat, and then we do the bottom half,
It'll really
it'll
come together.
It'll look 95% better. I mean, it's not gonna look brand new, but it's
Nah.
not a brand new shop.
Yeah.
And we're not professional painters.
Nope.
It's just hard to see. Like, I try to just keep moving the whole time, but you can see where my run, like that corner is really bad.
Oh, yeah. So
what?
why'd you do up here and then you're gonna do down here separate?
Oh, this is getting gray.
Oh, you're gonna hard cut it.
Yeah. I could do the bottom half of the door gray,
Yeah.
make it uniform. But
Why do you want to make the bottom half gray?
for oil stains, this one will be a wood stripe
Yeah.
all the way across.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
A little runny.
Spray painting in there makes it look a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I ran a lot.
Oh,
These are my
Wow.
test areas, if you couldn't tell.
right.
I was like, let me test where nobody can see.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
And I may have accidentally splashed a bunch of water on the walls. So that's why this is all screwed up.
Yeah.
Because I was washing the bucket. And then I just sprayed it. So
Whoops.
this will need a roll
Yeah.
for sure. A thick coat of rolling.
Much better. Oh, wow. It smells like nail polish. Oh, that burns your eyes. Whoa.
Looks pretty dang good.
Whoa. Wow.
Smith's Diesel 2.0. So kind of getting this, it's not, I mean, it's noticeably larger, right? So, and we're keeping the old shop stuff, but we just wanted to, like, over the last 2 years, we've been working on a lot of new, nice trucks, doing a lot of, higher performance, higher end builds, and I could say, not even just that, just we want to, we pride ourselves in our quality of work, thoroughness and cleanliness when we do a job. So we just wanted for that our shop to represent that. And unfortunately, the old shop, not the nicest looking place. Parking lot's all nasty and dingy. It would take a lot to get that up to par, so to speak. So this is just a step in the right direction. This is just a stepping stone. We do plan on possibly buying this from him in the next year. He's had this building in his family since 1984. He's lived in the town since 1954. Or in this area since 1954, so he's kind of attached to it, so we didn't want to rip that up. But we did want to, the last two tenants did not take good care of this place. Hence the original pictures, that video. This place was trashed. I would define it as disgusting and trashed when we got in here. I said it's got to get clean, gutted. We're doing all new toilets and sinks in the bathroom. This had a bunch of junk right across this back wall. This is going to be our workspace. We'll have our main toolboxes here. We'll have some storage here along that wall, filters and fluids. And then we're going to knock a door out of that to be able to transport, because this is only half of the space here. We've also got another 1,600 square foot on the other side of that wall that we're going to use for office, storage, waiting area, and parts receiving and shipping. Most likely an engine building, like clean room for engine and transmission assembly and disassembly. That's a service we want to offer eventually with transmissions, even if it's just built transmission repair, because that's kind of a not very common thing. We're probably not going to offer stock transmission rebuilds, but like let's say you have a stage 5, stage 4 built trains and you lose your overdrive clutches on a 68 RFE. Bigger transmission shops might have a 6 to 8 week lead time. That's a long time to be without your truck instead of just buying a whole new transmission. So that's kind of where I'm going with the transmission side of things. Built transmission repair service to keep it somewhat affordable. Instead of having to just buy a whole other transmission. But that's still in the works, not official yet, so don't hold me to it. Big power supply used to be an exhaust shop, so it's got plenty of 220 plugs for welding, plasma cutter, all of our bigger equipment. We'll get our compressor in here, plumb in, we're going to put all new hose reels, all new electric reels. We're going to get a nice sized workbench and vise for the back, because we still need to leave some things over at the other shop. We're going to get all our shop equipment over here, jacks, an engine hoist, forklift. Probably going to buy another forklift, one for this shop, one for the other shop. Leave the old dingy nasty one at the other shop. Yeah, we're excited to get this place set up and be able to hopefully get our wait time down a little bit, especially for everybody, really. I mean, we get new customers call and we tell them we got a 4 to 6 week wait, and they're just like, oh, that's crazy. We're not going to wait that long, but we like to be able to provide quality service to everybody and in a timely fashion. You make an appointment, we make sure to try and do our best within our power to get it done on that day, or communicate with you that, it's going to be a little longer if we're behind schedule. But we don't make you wait a month and let it sit another month, while you're, after you've made an appointment. Building this other shop just so that we can provide quality service in a quick manner is what the point is. Like, we just wanted to have these 3 extra bays. In addition to the 2 at the other shops, we'll have 5 bays. One for the major repairs. We'll have 2 or 3 bays for major repairs, larger jobs, engines, transmissions, cab pulls, head gasket, bulletproof jobs, custom turbo setups, fabrication. And then the other one will be service-based, in and out jobs. So we'll have 2 schedules running so that we can have, you call me, you say I need oil change and new brakes before I go on vacation this weekend. It's a Thursday, say, hey, yeah, bring it tomorrow. We'll get it knocked out. And then you say, hey, but I also want to pull my cab and stud my 6.0. Well, that's going to be a 2-week wait. That gives us time to get the parts in, then be able to, get the truck in and out still in a timely manner. And quick turnaround time instead of things just sitting around. We do plan on getting some machining tools and tools so that we can, for example, check and inspect cylinder heads, Magnaflux machine to check blocks and heads here, so that let's say we tear down a 6-liter Power Stroke, we put it in, we disassemble it, put it in our cooker to clean it, and then we'll Magnaflux it, and right away we can tell you, hey. We can show you, instead of having to wait a week at the machine shop, we can show you right away, hey, here your heads are cracked. Here's the proof. you've got 40 cracks in this head. Then you can say, hey, you know, what do you want to do? Do you want to just, you know, buy a new set of heads, or do you want to just whack it back together and just sell the truck or whatever? I mean, I would rather you not just whack it back together with junk heads, but I have to do what you say, you know. Yeah, at least it would just take downtime, because right now we take them apart, we bring them to the machine shop, and then 2 weeks later he tells us the heads are cracked, and we still have to order heads, and now you've waited an extra 2 weeks. So we're just trying to cut down things that we can do here in-house to save you time and money, because the machine shop charges me 140 bucks a pop for something that takes, you know, half an hour. So, and then not having to drive, and these fumes are getting to me, so we gotta go.
Yep.
So we'll finish this discussion later. But we're trying to do more things to keep things in-house, do them ourselves. I gotta turn the lights off, but we gotta open these doors tomorrow.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Like, I'm like, why is my nose bothering me? Oh, man. But there you go. Smith's Diesel 2.0, 2025. Started in 2021 and making some progress. And here we have the 3rd gen. Kenzie's piece of junk. Or Kenzie's truck, I mean.
Kenzie's crap.